Hello everybody, today I'm going to show you how to replace the rear view mirror on the Volvo XC70. This is a XC70 2004 model. So the problem was that this mirror, when I got it, had some sort of weird liquid inside, and after some research I found out that that's what happens with this auto dimming ones. You see some models have it where this is slimmer, so that one does not have auto dimming and it's easier to replace. You could just replace the mirror. In my case, I went to the junkyard. I found the mirror, which is fairly inexpensive. It's only $10. So what I did, I replaced the whole mirror, and after that I found out that my remote lock did not work. So I thought maybe it's a coincidence, but then I did some research, and it turns out that this mirror has a circuit board inside that it's tied somehow to the security of the car, right, to the remote access. So today I'm going to show you how to fix that. I'm going to replace the actual mirror and pair it to the circuit board behind it. I'm going to show you how to do that. Again, this is a 2004 Volvo XC70. The problem might be persistent on other models as well. It could be a Volvo S60 because this is the same platform. So let's take a look. First thing you want to do is just push this mirror as far as you can so you can start working on the panel. This panel should come out fairly easy. Just pry it up like that. Be careful not to break any clips. Once you push it down a little bit harder, this little plastic piece is gonna pop up. Just keep pushing it, pulling it. Be gentle when you're pulling it, but apply your normal pressure. So it's gonna pop up right like that. Then you're gonna have this panel right there. Now what you want to do is to remove these two 10mm bolts. We're gonna go ahead and do that. I already did everything, so I'm just gonna show you how that works. Just remove those two. The whole panel is gonna come down. Then behind here it's gonna be another Torx. You're gonna want to remove that. Then in the mirror itself, you're gonna want to pop this open. There's gonna be a little spring. You're gonna take that, and then to remove the connection, just pop this open. You're gonna see that green connector right there. There's a little hole on the bottom. You're gonna take a regular screw and just push it up, and there's a little tab. Just push it back, and then the whole thing is gonna come out. Then you're gonna want to remove that screw, that spring right there rather, and you can pull up the whole wiring out. Now this is the Torx, needs to be removed in order to replace the whole mirror assembly. This is it right here. Then you're gonna have to remove that connection on top by the bolts, this one right here. Remove that, and then I already removed these two green connectors to the board, 1 and 2, and now you're good to go to remove the mirror. So the mirrors are off the car. This was the original mirror. It's already disassembled. I'm gonna show you what's going on with that. So let's see. This is the old mirror. So on these vehicles, what happens is there's a liquid inside that makes auto dimming possible, and for some reason they get broken after a while. So I got my car like that. Not sure what models they have the same one. If it's a base model, usually they would not have the auto dimming feature, so you should not have this problem. If yours does, then you might have this problem, and you can see the liquid is just all over the place. So I'm going to show you how to replace that. That's how it looks like. Okay. This is the original housing for the mirror, and this is the one I got at junkyard for about $10. Similar model, similar functionality, same connector. Here we go. And as you can see on this one, the mirror is good. There's no problem with it. It should be working properly. $10. It's a good buy. And the reason why you cannot just switch the mirrors, because that's what I was about to do, because on this plate, so behind the actual glass, behind the mirror, you have a like a board, right, like a circuit. So what this does, all of this, obviously it's made to be working with auto dimming, but at the same time this one is responsible for your key fob working. So after I took off the original plate, the key fob was not working, so I couldn't use my remote control. The key lock wasn't working. The car started perfectly, no problem. The car starts, you can lock and unlock with the key in the door, but you cannot remotely lock or unlock the car. So that's why I'm gonna remove this plate. I'm gonna put it in this mirror right there. I'm gonna show you how to do that. When you're gonna start disassembling the original housing, make sure you're careful around the edges. So it will come off like this. That's how it looks like. The mirror sits like that. There's a little sensor right there on the top. Make sure it goes in the same position right here. And when you take it off, there's a couple of clips here, here. So here's the original one. Make sure not to break it and try not to scuff it too much, because it's not something you really want to see every day. So now I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble this one. I'm gonna try to be careful to not scuff it. So here we go. Now this one is open too. We just pried it out all the way around. Everything is intact and it looks good. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove the glass. The glass itself from the frame should separate pretty easily. Just be careful, there's a sensor right there. That should just pop up. There's actually a couple of clips right here on the top. Right here and there. So we're gonna pry those out, and then the whole sensor should come up. Here we go. There's the glass. There we go. And this is the frame. So now what we have to do is these clips. Here we go, right there. These clips are holding the plate on the mirror itself. So we're gonna use this glass on that plate. Just be careful removing those so you don't want to break them. And then we're gonna use a soldering kit to undo these two wires and solder them on the other one. Now that this one is removed, this is the one we're not gonna need. Alright. So we're gonna use the original one from the car. We're gonna put it back on that glass. Some of them also may be glued together here and there. Other than that, there's only a couple of tabs here, here, and here that needs to be undone to take the plate out. On the other models, I believe on the older models, the whole plate might be glued and then it's a little more complicated. Now it's not everything is in place, you just have to clip those back. There's 6 of them, and then soldering back all together. Here we go, this is it. This is all back together. All of the clips were intact. It's all good. We're gonna go ahead and put it in the car. So as I mentioned, the remote doesn't work. So I gotta open the car. So here you go. This is how the panel looks when everything is removed. This is the connector for your mirror. Those are to your control the lights and all of that. So let's see. This is the panel. Those are the lights. It goes up. Let's see. Let's turn this around. It goes up like this. It will clip in just like that. There's a couple of clips around. Just clip it in and be good to go. One thing, if you open the doors and the lights are set to on, you really don't want to touch these bulbs. They get quite hot, and they get hot really quick. So be careful, don't touch this. You're not gonna be happy about it. My finger touched this little freaking bulb for 1 second. I already heard the burning. Anyway, so okay, after you install the panel on the mirror, there's a little clip, there's a little connection that needs to be made there, and then you will connect those two on the board right here. Okay, after all those connections are made, there's two of them green. You can just pop the whole thing back in place. There's a couple of clips holding it. 1, 2, 3, about 6. It's super easy, just pop it back up. No problem. Then there's 2 screws. 1, 2, 10 millimeter screws. Screw those back up. Then there's a little clip, place it back. Just snap it right back. That should be easy. Boom. There we go. Now that's good. Get out of the way. Now the whole panel should snap in place. Should snap back in place. Just like that. Just be careful, don't damage any clips. And just press it up. So here you go. This is all back in place. It's all done. The mirror is back. The remote is working. Checked it twice. So that's all good. But now I'm sitting here and thinking, I spent on this probably right about an hour just to solder everything and remove that and put this back, and then another day being at the junkyard. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm just probably gonna buy a $10 Amazon convex mirror so that I can see everything better. But at least I know that this one is good and it's factory and it's working. Well, hopefully this is gonna help you with your Volvo. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.